we need to go up to File, make a new file. This new file can be anything as long as, I'm just going to go up into Photo. It needs to be at least 5 by 7. I'm going to use the default portrait 5 by 7, and it needs to be at a DPI of 300, and it needs to be an RGB file. Okay, and it doesn't matter about color space, doesn't matter about anything else, as long as you have a 5 by 7 image that's at least 300 DPI. This little tutorial will work. All right, here's what I want you to do. We're going to make a brush stamp, shall we say, that's got our name and the copyright notice. Some of you have said that you would like to be able to emboss your photo or put a copyright notice on your photos. This is something that will work if you don't have very many photos. Okay, but let's take a look at it and make a brush real quick. It's very easy. What I'd like you to do is to go get your text tool, and we're going to select black. It needs to be pure black for this to work. All right, and you can go up and choose whatever size and type that you want. I like my Times New Roman. It seems to have disappeared. There it is. Times New Roman. Okay, I would like this to be centered. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to click where I want the text to appear, and I can see that 60 point is going to be way too large. So let's go 36 because we can always change it. I'm going to have to drop it down because I am in portrait mode. Okay, here we go. The symbol for copyright on a Mac is Option and the letter G. On a PC, you'll have to Google it. I have no idea, as I don't work on a PC. So, I have copyright, space, my name, John Edward Mate, type error, 2010. And then commit to it by clicking the check mark. And there you have copyright John Edward May 2010. Now go to your Marquee and get your rectangular Marquee tool. Come down and draw a box around whatever it is that you drew. You don't have to be perfect, just get in sort of tight. Just exactly like that. Okay? Now, once you get your marquee drawn, go up to Edit, come down to Define Brush Preset, and click. You will get a brush name dialog that comes up that's asking you to name this brush. I'm going to say copyright my name and click OK. And that's it. Okay, now let's start all over. We had a pure white 5 by 7 image a moment ago. I'm going to go over and hit the B for my brush tool. Now, up in the application bar, I want you to click the little blue box with the triangle pointing down. The little dialog will pop up like shown. Go all the way down to the very, very bottom, and there's where your new brush will be. And when you hover over it with your mouse, you'll get the name, copyright my name. Come over and look what we have. We're going to be black. I'm going to click one time. Click. And I have my name in the light gray because my opacity is at 29%. Well, let's go up to 100. Try this again. Look at that. It's a brush. Click, click, click. Let's change color. It's exactly like a brush. Maybe you want to use a red brush. Click, click. Maybe you want your brush to be larger. Just like always, the left bracket makes the brush smaller. The right bracket makes the brush larger. Okay? Very simple, very cool, very easy. Now, let's utilize this in a good way. Let's close this off. Don't save. Let's go back to our original image that we worked on a while back. And let's shrink this brush size down to about that size. Now, let's get a color that's a little darker than the water that's going to look nice. So I'm going to click on my foreground chiclet, as I call it. I'm going to go over here to these trees that's got some nice color, and I'm going to click one time right there. Click. That now sets my color, once I click OK, to my foreground color. Let's go right here. My brush size is about right, and click. And now we have used our good green color and put a logo there. Okay, now you can see that it's not working out too good because it's blending in. Let's Command Z and undo that. Okay, Control Z on a PC. So we're on our background. Let's make a new layer. Now let's apply same color, same brush, the exact same way. Click. Same thing, but this one's on a new layer. Go down and turn off the background visibility, the little eyeball. And now you can see just your text. Go back to your brush dialog. Go back to your brush dialog right there. Go all the way to the top. Go get one of your original brushes. Adjust that size down. Hold the Shift key, make that brush as soft as it will go, making sure to hit that key at least 5 times. And what I'd like you to do is create a new layer. Okay? And now what I'd like you to do, click on that brush color again and go halfway between where the little circle is and the white. And that will make the color in the same color family, just a lighter version of it. Now I want you to go over and start a little bit before the text. Click and go all the way across. Come all the way back. And just very carefully cover up your text. And I know you're thinking, well, that looks wonderful. Now that I've made a brush, I've just covered it up. Now, go down, and layer 1 is where your text is. Click on it, drag it on top of layer 2, and you'll get this. Now turn on your background copy. Now we have a very cool name, and we can see it very well. And in fact, I'm going to rename that paint. I'm going to rename layer 1 text so that we can see what's going on. The text is on top of the paint layer. If I decide that I would like to move this text somewhere, you can see I've got a problem. The paint doesn't come with it. Command Z, Control Z on a PC. If you will hold down your Command or Control and also select the layer that has the paint on it, down in the lower left hand File tab, you'll see Link Layers. Click that. Then when that happens, you'll see that your 2 layers are linked. Now, I do have the move still engaged. When I move them, they go together. So now I can reposition this wherever I would like. That looks good. Go to my paint layer, should I want to, and lower the opacity some, so that it's not quite as strong, but yet I can still see my text. And that's a cool way to use and make a brush, and it can be anything. It doesn't have to be copyright John Edwin May 2010, although I'm sure you wouldn't be making that anyway. But you could use your name. You could design your own brush to do certain things. You could put your business name. You could make a brush that is your logo or your client's logo. Okay, try this out. Make a couple brushes, play with them, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this. If you got any questions, please email me. If not, I'll see you again real soon.